Choosing the right animation software. One of the most important things when it comes to animation is choosing the right software for you. You want to choose a software that you think you're going to enjoy using. And just because you don't know how to use the software doesn't mean you should avoid it. As a future animator, you should always be learning and eager to discover new skills in software. That is what's going to make you a more skilled animator. Here are some factors and questions to consider when choosing the right software for yourself. Why will you be creating animated videos? How long and how often do you plan to work in the software? How are videos made in the software? How long will it take you to make a video in the software once you master it? What is the price of the software? And lastly, how do the operations of the company affect and relate to the software? Let's dive a little bit deeper into what each of those means. First, why are you going to be creating videos? If you are creating videos to bring in revenue, then you will want software that gives you the flexibility for your animations. If you are doing this as a hobby or maybe for some presentations, then a program that is really simple to use and learn will probably be the best fit. Next, how long and how often do you plan to be in the software? If you plan on turning animation into a career or a long-time hobby, then you need good software that you will enjoy using and software that keeps improving. If this is something you are just trying out or only plan to do for the moment, you may want to get simpler software with no long-term financial commitments. How are videos made in the software? If you are more interested in dragging prepared elements, then you might want to drag and drop software. If you are more interested in being in total control of what your animations look like, or maybe drawing the animated movements themselves, then you are probably going to want a from-scratch software. You may also want to consider how long it's going to take you to create a video once you master the software. If you want to make videos pretty quickly, then you're going to want to shoot for the drag and drop software. If you have a bunch more time on your hands to spend creating all kinds of animation, then choose the from-scratch software. The price of the software is very important when choosing, not to mention how often you have to pay. Most software companies will give you a discount if you pay for it annually. There are also a lot of great from-scratch software that are open source. That means they are completely free to use. Blender is a good example of open-sourced animation software. Lastly, you're going to want to consider the operation side of the software and how it works with the company. How is the customer support? So when something goes wrong, because that's what happens in life, will you be able to get a hold of someone who can help you? Is the company also known for regularly updating the software and adding new things? These are just a few things to look for when deciding what software to use. There are other factors you can consider, so make a list of things that are going to matter most to you. Then, start doing some research on the several software types that you like the most. Compare those based on the list that you made.